We're going to start making our dough for our Perde Pilavi. So we're taking vegetable oil, making our pastry dough for our pilaf, and the yogurt makes the dough soft, but yet it adds a nice consistency. Now we're adding our eggs. We're adding our salt for our dough. And we're also making a large recipe for our cooking class, so this is really 4 times what's normally required when you make this recipe. Dough is ready for our wedding pilaf, and we're going to let it just sit for about 15 minutes. And we're pouring some boiling water on our raw chicken, and we're going to cook our chicken that will be used in our rice dish. This is the chicken that's been cooked and it's been cubed for our...
So we just put water over almonds and we're gonna microwave it for 3 minutes. And it's gonna the water is gonna boil. So and then we will take the almonds into the cold water to stop the cooking process.
Adding cold water into our almonds that were cooked in the microwave for about 3 minutes, and this will remove the outer skin. You want to peel the almonds. And you can see how easily they just pop out of. These are the blanched almonds, and we are now roasting them. It will add a lot of flavor and make them nice and golden. And we're also adding pine nuts to the mixture. Now the almonds and the pine nuts symbolize male and female children. And as I mentioned, all of the ingredients in this dish are very symbolic. See that our almonds and our pine nuts are getting a beautiful golden brown. Now we're adding rinsed and drained rice to our melted butter. Adding rice to our melted butter, and we're adding Calrose rice. That's a popular rice that our Turkish cooking teachers use. Calrose rice. Now we're adding our spices to our pilaf. So we've got paprika, black pepper. Adding cinnamon to the rice as well. Now, allspice is an optional spice that you can use, and of course you want to add some salt. After you add all of your spices and seasonings, stir your rice that's been sauteing in butter for a few minutes. Adding currants to the pilaf. Pretty generous amount of currants. One of the reasons for adding so many currants is because they're very symbolic. A lot of the ingredients in this dish are symbolic, and the currants stand for health and happiness. Now we're adding our broth. This is the leftover chicken broth. So we're going to cover our rice pilaf, and we're going to cook it until the rice is cooking. Done. It's just about done. She's now adding the golden roasted pine nuts and almonds to the pilaf mixture and the chicken. So now we're assembling all of the ingredients for the filling. Just about ready for our wedding pilaf, and we're just working it a little bit, and it's been resting for about half an hour. And usually it's made into one large dome-shaped presentation, but because we're in a cooking class today, we're going to make our wedding pilaf in these small individual pans. Now, Nermeen is a real pro. Look at her go. She is rolling with both hands simultaneously. That takes a lot of eye-hand coordination. I cannot do that. So we're preparing the dough to put into our individual pans for our wedding pilaf. We're taking a very generous amount of butter, and we are buttering the inside of our little individual tin containers that we're going to bake our wedding pilaf in. Now we are decorating our pilav, and Nermin is putting the almonds. As you can see, she's lining the pan with some of the almonds. This is a very pretty presentation. And now she's placing the dough. She's going to line the tin with the dough. And notice she put it on top of her almonds that are already inside of the tin. And she's kind of manipulating it so it will fit. She's kind of playing with it a little bit, pressing it, folding it, and making any adjustments necessary. Okay, now we are taking spoonfuls of our rice mixture with the chicken, the currants, the almonds, the pine nuts, and we're adding it to our little baking tin. Because again, we're making individual wedding pilav. Rolling out a smaller piece of dough, which will be the cover for the pilav. And stretch it if you need to, so that it fits and it encases the filling.
It's ready.
Okay. So we have a whole assembly line going here.
Yes. You don't have to. So now, this is good.
Yeah, you just need to grease it so the almond will stick. Make beautiful designs.
Our wedding pilaf is ready, and we're going into the oven, and we're going to cook it until the pastry dough is nice and golden. Individual pastries are done, our wedding pilav, and look how beautiful they are.